sure that you decided to drop the watching screen. So you won't mind and then don't. After it's up here. Usually they get it feels like it. They'll go if they don't. And then it returns to her. Yes, Sunday. Sometimes yeah, that's the word that needs to be he knows this. Especially right now. I'm more worried about tomorrow when it's yeah.
Urban? Yeah, cool. Welcome everybody in the room. I think we've had a better crowd than we've had before. Appreciate this. Welcome everybody online, watching on YouTube. This is the July monthly meeting for NVD Tour 2026 cycle. We are about half a year from the convention. Yeah, you did. We're still a good ways away. We have started to handle some pretty important business, and I think most departments have some things to do. Us working our teams together, we're making sure that we're making our plans for the year. What we're doing, hopefully, so that in February and March things will be less crazy than they traditionally. We're still probably 1 year away, honestly, in my cost evaluation, at least me. But hopefully next year will be better than last year, and we'll keep seeing that. I suppose, yeah. We'll introduce ourselves on this screen. In case you somehow don't, I am Casey Horvath. I am chairman and AD. I am also listed on this lovely screen, which has all of our departments, as the attendee experience director. So that is one of our 4 divisions. We are hoping that might be 5 soon. That's why you see a green communications director and some of the departments listed in green. We do not have Buttons with us today. I think she's having fun at baby shower. Hopefully having fun.
Baby shower was a barbecue.
Barbecue. Okay. Sad that she's not here today, but obviously she's hard at work and we'll try to give whatever sense we can prefer if we actually have in the room.
We'll start with me. I'm Michael. I'm technically operations director. We called my actual division here.
I'm Cass, my director, also overlooking staff right now.
So I will leave this up. We don't have a separate slide yet. I will transition at the next meeting to the usual 4 or 5 slides. And go to your department that way. If you want to give opportunities for putting out things in the technology division, Christina, if you have anything. Tech services, a whole business thing there. We also do a couple of technical here. Anything that you guys want to tell us?
The tech division as a whole, we did have some interviews for a business department and an event tech head. We selected Eli. Main stage soon.
More on that. Anything else as far as actual goings on within the tech? Logistics. I think we announced. I don't know if we had it properly on the slide. Sean is your logistics head this year.
Only thing is for all the departments, if stuff that you don't want to bring to convention in the morning, make sure to schedule time with me to fill the lockers and get that stuff sorted out. Two things probably at some point here. I will start converting these at some point.
Cool. Something that I honestly didn't know, even through the convention last year. If your department wants to get rid of stuff, talk to Sean. Don't just throw it away. It's possible somebody else could use it, or we can get somebody else that could use it. Some other organization could use it. Staffing. Currently, Cass is heading that. Anything?
Fill out the event name.
I have one other thing for staffing, just if you're a lead, and you don't know how to approve your staff, ask, and I'll show you.
If you wanna do meeting with the heads just to talk about Discord and Eventney, just to what the departments need to be doing on Eventney, to organize people in some cases, and then how to add them inside of Discord.
I have an Eventney question. What if I have more staff than what is allocated to me? Just wanted to make sure. Can't change.
Easiest way to make report and plan. I'm just kidding.
I'll reach out to you if it needs to get up.
You have too many people.
Somebody was here to you to be here with general staff.
What we do is myself or Christina or somebody else will send a department, usually somebody to learn like days. It's also how long you can either approve or deny the person. If you deny them, sometimes we'll just send them to their system. There's anything. Or if you approve them, they're just in your department. Yeah, you as a department head will not see anybody who is approved for the whole general stuff.
Yeah. So it is up to you to put any sort of procedure in place that you like. So if you want to talk to people before you approve them, do that. And if you're searching people and you're like, I don't care, I'll take you. And figure out who you are later. That's fine too.
You don't have to keep like a no man's land. You can work chairs for the state.
Yeah,
there's
there are
more
more
than
chairs
that.
in the back.
Oh,
You can perfectly use the last chair.
There are more.
We have too many people for the room, kind of sort of.
I
You need
just
to be
wanna
the
make
first
an
person to
announcement,
open
make
this.
sure you guys are projecting, we can hear you, have it. But you're so far away from the mic.
Green and you're
Oh, yeah. So I will yell at the green thing. Operations department, I do see Allie. Any announcements for Robert?
People.
Pretty much our usual, give us people. One of ours and you haven't signed up for the year yet, please do it.
Reservations, that's one of the 9 things Dave does. Any announcements for reservations right now?
Do not have.
I hate Thursdays.
amen.
Amen.
Accessibility, I don't know.
They messaged that they couldn't come.
Kind of doubt. Any announcements at this point?
We're gonna call for a secretary that is able-bodied who can help out more with being at meetings and answering emails and things.
Makes sense. If you are interested in helping out accessibility and you meet the qualifications, please let
Or
registration. I know we are planning on meeting very soon with Carson to go for some things. Anything else before we have that meeting? Nope. Over here.
keep talking.
I can look up the full screen again. Volcon, we're gonna announce in a moment. We do have an option for volunteers on stage. So that will close shortly. So if you were interested in that, again, Artist Alley Exhibit Hall.
We're finalizing the applications. They'll be opening next month as usual.
So yeah, applications for vendors will be opening next month. Oh, okay. Oh, it's artists are not usually called vendors. Yeah. Okay. So we'll open it in August, you said? And then anything specifically from Comm Relations or vendors within that? Buttons division. Charity. Jacob or anybody else from charity?
Name some dogs.
What do we pick for our dog names?
I don't know.
Dang it.
I said the names yesterday.
Can Do Canines is the charity that we are working with right now. And so they reached out to us to have a couple of puppies. So I assume we did. And did something funny. I wasn't there. To see if we came up with anything good. Probably look there if you are interested. Video gaming. I don't think we have anybody. What? Yes, I've been signing some contracts. So I know we have our least voice actor gets figured out for the year already, which is pretty awesome that we have that set right now.
Which went up the last couple weeks as well.
A couple announcements, more are to come. There is a complicated process between people who we announce them. Don't worry about it if you're not a guest unless you can be a guest. You know, ask buttons about it. Cosplay. I do not see Jester Rakia. Tabletop. Anybody from tabletop? Room parties. Go see and here too. Drive by.
Opening applications in a few days for room parties.
So room parties do open up probably what, August or
I wanted them open already, but so it's delayed. But it should be open in the next couple days.
room party opening soon. So if you do know people who want to run room parties or who run good room parties and other conventions, please do let them know. Graphic design, Sakura.
Please get all of your stuff submitted to us, our art requests. We want to try to get that done as fast as possible. So if you have flyers that you would normally like get every year, we can at least get you a template made, and then we could slap text on it later. So if you have like stuff that you get every year, just reach out to us. We'll get it going for you. And then we are looking also for runner staff for at con to be able to help with putting up banners and putting up like posters and stuff. So if like you're an able-bodied person and can run between two hotels at the con, please help us on Thursday.
Hey, please do. Last year it was mostly me. I had some photography staff. Thank you again for the people from photography. We do
If you're interested in running around, hi. Help me.
Yes, so there is already a form for all art requests. It is in the form 3. It should be very available, and if all else fails, email. Seems, I think it's leslie@midi.com. Do we have a new lister for graphic design with a new name?
I haven't gotten told anything as of yet. And then the last thing is, please make sure that if you do need signage, that you reach out to us. And because we're having a brand that we're building, so we will have brand guidelines. And if your signage does not meet the guidelines, it will be removed.
One of the beautiful things that graphic design is doing this year, something that we probably should have done many, many years ago, but we are getting standardization on our fonts, on how things look, on all that kind of good stuff, because it's
Makes sense. True talent, common sense.
and that is coming for generally graphical materials, as specifically the program. So anyway, Kelly here today too for program guide, aka publications, aka whatever else we call it.
Branding head's also here.
Anything else? Just want to say about any of this? Finally, any experience programming group?
Yes, so Dave and I met a couple of days ago, to go over what acts to reach out to in sort of our initial outreach effort. So that's, gonna be starting pretty soon, so we're excited about that. So everyone will hear news as, contracts are signed and announcements go. And then, as before, still looking for additional staff. We have had some new folks sign up for programming staff, which I'm super appreciative for. We are always looking for a few more heads, especially for AdCon stuff. So if anyone is interested, please let me know. I can give you a rundown of what the tasks are like, and any questions that you may have. And yeah, kind of our next big thing is going through, I think we're going to completely revamp the panel submission form to collect all the information that we've discovered that would be convenient to have, so.
Panels has had the interesting new problem of actually getting significantly more submissions than we have likes. So we need to tell more people now, which means we need to know more about what they're gonna do.
Yeah, and I believe that is it.
Just quick running back to guests. I was trying to get the sign in link, so I missed the buttons. Had sent a couple of updates in the Discord or in the YouTube chat. Yes. So what she said was quick guest updates. First guest was announced, Abby Trott. More exciting announcements will come throughout the year. Second, if you applied for guests and didn't work in the department last year, please check your email. I've sent interview requests.
So yeah, so getting back to that previous point, companies can do whatever process they want to improve people on a company. If you are a newer person and you're watching this and you're going, how does any of this work? Please do check your email, see if that potential department head has reached out to you because they may have follow up before they just, yes, you're on my staff. Volunteers. I know we just put task lists together.
Right now, all I'm asking for is more staff. That's really all I need right now.
Sounds good. Merchandising, anything there? Facilities.
I was able to recruit some staff, looking for a couple more. Other than that, I don't got anything.
Oh. And I don't know if everybody knows Michaela or MK. But you're a facilities head now. Yay!
I don't think.
No. Was on the Discord.
Yeah. It's so hard to remember. I'm start like, what? When did they happen before or after the last meeting? I can never remember. Photography. Is anybody here from photography? Probably not super busy.
We skipped marketing, by the way. Pretty relevant announcement.
Really good question for marketing. Why I kept it, I was saving it for last.
So, Mark from marketing has been working with Fathom events over the last actually several months. It's been a process of several meetings. Fathom is coordinating with the local theaters, all the theaters, Marcus, Imagine, AMC chains, so that when they host anime events over the next year, they're going to be putting up flyers for Anime Detour at them. Some giveaway stuff where they're giving away stuff for us at them, and we're going to give away tickets to the events at Anime Detour here. They're also going to have some discount matches for sale during the events themselves. The theaters sound like they are pretty all in on this. I believe Marcus is going to be putting up our flyers at every single one of their theaters for these events. Imagine was the top 4. I'm not sure on AMC. So.
All the markets, right? Yeah. Like that.
8, I think, is what's on the website.
Yeah.
So one of the perfect. I think Detour's done, and I think a lot of us probably go to those animes right. So you'll see our brand there. Pretty cool.
Do we have the dimensions for the stuff
We would have to talk with Mark.
Okay.
I believe the last meeting Mark just had was only a couple weeks ago.
We were supposed to get it on Monday, so just wondering if you guys had any
Follow up
updates.
with him on it. I haven't seen any updates. Fathom being a lot for other companies, there's been lots of fees to try and work the details.
Fully okay.
All right, cool. Any other department announcements before we fly out? All right, I've been harping on this, but it's kind of a big thing, or things this year. So, department admins, I know programming group has an admin. Has any department admin?
I'm my own admin.
Now that is whole point of this is to not be your own admin. So again, last line first, they do not need to be approved by the chair team. I would ask again to try to get this sorted out sooner rather than later. We do want to have just a person in place. The primary responsibilities are to make sure the department tasks are getting done on time, communicate it to others on time. Really key piece of that. And then monitoring the email, monitoring Discord, making sure that things are coming to meetings, trying to be available. So when they use the department, going, I don't know. That's the whole point of this.
Let me answer your question on if anybody else does. Tech says they do have admins.
Wait.
So it's Andrina and Sam.
Yeah, I heard that it was kind of cool. So our 2 groups have admins. We just need all the other departments to figure that out.
If I'm a department inside of a group, do I need my own admin?
Not necessarily. Talk to your group. So one admin for a group is fine. If you would like your own, or however you would work it out, just Cool, thank you. Task lists. This is the other big thing. You should have heard from your division head by now that they want to meet with you and develop a task list. If you haven't, for your division. Uh, if you're your division head, I really think you have, but definitely bother me if you haven't. Again, the global calendar did not quite pull its weight, so we're doing individual task lists for each department. I think this is also just a really good thing to have for the future to get. It's another way of getting policies and procedures down. I know a few departments had their own stuff already together for this kind of thing. I just did volunteers. It looked really good. Thank you, folks. So I know some departments already had this, but a lot didn't. And having documentation to make sure that whatever happens with our departments in the future, they will be ready to go. New people can step in and understand what they're supposed to be doing. So this is a big move towards that. But very simply, it's just a list with all the major deadlines for projects throughout the year. You should have a meeting, and the goal is to have all of these done by the end of August. And one of the magical things that should happen with these is to look at all of them next to each other and go, 22 departments want to send stuff to the programming book a week before it goes to print. That's bad. Let's fix it. Let's move on for ones of those deadlines we can, figuring the ones we really can't, and bomb program book, not bomb website, not bomb social media. Those are the three that tend to get in two is to coordinate that and make sure that if you have stuff that should be updated, it gets ATC. That is true.
Okay, not a lot of announcements. I am Christina. I am the president of Anime Twin Cities, the nonprofit organization that runs Anime Detour. We have our board meetings the second Tuesday of the month, every month at 7 p.m. You can watch them live on our Anime Twin Cities YouTube stream. Upcoming events are we are going to have a table Oban Festival next month in August, as well as we're going to have a couple representatives up in Duluth. Scalabercon. So we're doing 2 events at the same time. It's crazy.
They're very small, upcoming anime nerd convention that's in Duluth.
Cool. And they were at Beachwood. Yeah. So they had a table and we bought a bunch of the merchandise, $1 t-shirts. That was cool. So
There last year, yeah. Lots and lots of tabletop, role playing game type stuff.
I think that's
Yeah, we got full coordinators and.
yes, we're totally full.
That's not basic.
Who's in leadership positions? All of these things. Because we have people doing things. Fifth member of the chair team, you saw that we have the communications director. That is a spot we would like to fill. And that is ending at the end of July, which is in 5 months. If you are a person who might be interested in that, or think you know somebody who you should shove into this and volunteer them to do it, do that. This way, that is how conventions move along. So please do. We have had a couple of candidates, but we do want to talk to everybody interested before we make our decision on what our plan is for the rest of the cycle, and we do want to sort that out soon, which is why we're closing in just a few days. Moonstage is now one of the subdepartments within tech. I think it's the one that is kind of the one we've usually thought of as tech, which since we've broken that out, this is the one that is responsible for all the Moonstage. And what that all looks and sounds like. Will also end in 5 days. If anybody else is interested in that, make sure you apply before the deadline. Put it in here. A new facilities head is again. New event tech is Matt Healy. He is not here, right?
He's in Wisconsin.
Our St. Cloud people are here.
It's interesting in St. Cloud so they could come and have someone from each city.
And I'm super happy to say we are closing volunteer time suite and video screening because we have so if you also are at all interested in doing that, do make sure that you apply as soon as possible. And again, in both of those concepts, we do have last year's head still on staff. So you are not walking into a totally blind situation. You will have some assistance getting up to speed on what to do there. And of course, you put together the next list. We will get you going on that. If you're a little worried about jumping into something you may not 100% know how to do, we'll get you through it.
That's in chat, so he can hear it.
And then, yeah, we do not have a new staffing head yet, but that position has closed because we have multiple applicants for it. So we are still interviewing and we'll have that presumably announced next meeting. All open roles and applications are at the usual place. I swear I made that a link and it still isn't a link. Or it just turned white. I don't know. Anyway. To be able to copy and paste that, and it's also very, very findable on the website if you just go to get involved and then staff or something very similar to that. You will see it. Open leadership positions. Look at this list. This is beautiful. And honestly, this is probably working in anything. Despite, you should still, if you are at all interested in taking over guest relations at some point in the future, let Buttons know, make sure that you get involved at a high level this year and take over some things.
It's not that Buttons doesn't want there to be a guest head. She's just very picky about who's going to take over.
She's not going to give it to just anyone. And if you potentially want to be that person, prove your worth. And need staff, again, first bullet point, we might try to refine this a little bit down the line and get some actual numbers to this. This is who has told me they need staff. I know it's a longer list than this. So really, I mean, is there any department that's like, no, we good?
Depends on if the people actually.
Sally and Paul, and then which one? I think it's you're a third person and something that one person can do.
I can give you a number for
So yeah, don't have that, like I said, narrative. It's a project in the future. And if you want your name added to this, if you're and you're like, no, seriously, I need like 10 people. Let me know. Volunteers. Didn't work.
No.
You need like
Four? They need more than one. Over 10.
There's a contact form is available in the all staff shared drive. Christina put it in and made it much prettier than the version I had, which is good. The one tricky thing about the prettier version is that there are now two tabs. So the tab when you open it will probably be the pretty one you're looking at. If you want to change your own information in there, there is a form. Feel free to use the form if you want us to update it, or just go in and update your own information on the same. If you try to edit it on the pretty tab, it will not work, and you'll go, "Why is my computer broken?" You're in the wrong tab.
Just a pivot table.
I've used Excel wrong for too many years, but pivot tables existed. Someday. Yes, all heads, all admin, all subheads should be providing their favorite content method as well as and if they want to. Generally, the options are email, phone, and Discord. If you sometimes have something else, it's down as well. Please do have at least one of those listed in the contact. And that form is in the forms directory at that beautiful link. The forms directory is also in the all staff shared drive. So if you want to be in the all staff shared drive, if you are staff and you're like, I don't have access to that, talk to IT. You might have to get an @animedetour.com account you need to get it, or do you just need to tell you?
It's easier if I have it, but we can.
So we can invite people to the Google Drive even if you don't want an @animedetour.com account, but you want one of those. How cool are you?
Can I fill out a form for getting the name of the department updated for an email? Or should we just be fine with themes for now?
I'll probably just make sure Christina knows.
Yeah. I asked if someone else did it, and I was told probably.
Also, what do you want it to be? Because I think the sign is kind of long.
GD.
No.
No.
Pictures.
Too small.
That's the problem. Is themes was really good, and now we're stuck with clunky. It's the sign.
Alright. You come up with whatever one you like.
I'll talk to my subhead, see what we got going on.
Budgets and space requests. Time for these. One to talk about. 4 it is going to be. All departments should start thinking about what their budgets are going to look like for the 2026 cycle. Anything that you have spent already for the 2026 convention or intend to spend through the end of the convention, go on this budget. Also, start thinking about if you have any requests for more new, different space dimensions. So this is what, room is your home at the convention, or what do you control? Put whatever the heck you do into a room. I do know I want the room. I know there are some requests. We will do everything we can.
We're okay to share. We just need a corner.
We do accept to be visible.
No.
Yes, you accept to have slightly more useful space. I will update that properly when we actually know the answer to that. So we should have a little bit more. So if you do need something additional, please. If you needed to be reminded about what you did last year, either you don't have a copy of your own budget for whatever reason, or you don't know all the details of where you were last year, let your division head know. They should be able to get that information to you. Proposals for both of these will be due. I just wrote in September because I actually wanted to open it up. I asked the care team, and we all went. Last year we got both of these due September 31st or 30th. September 30th. If we move it up, you can do it faster, but you also get it and know what the plan is. Is there a general consensus as to which of those is better, to have it month back a little sooner, or to have it end of the month?
Sooner.
What's that just?
Like sooner.
Yeah. Here, one sooner and one later. Anybody else want to break the tie?
People just, if they want to do it sooner, just put it in sooner, but like they're confused by the end of September.
Yeah, what about
That will help you get it back sooner. So we can't do budgets one at a time. We have to do them all at once.
What about departments that don't have heads yet to do the budgets?
We do work. Oh, that's
Generic. It's also a full assumption.
basically no department at this point. Or at least there should be no department. I am hearing sooner, so I think we'll lose tentatively say September 15th. If that makes you really unhappy, send the care team an email and we will revisit if necessary. Join staff. Yes, you have to do it again. It's already been mentioned once this meeting. You do have to scan this QR code or follow this link to sign up again on the event team. I think this is probably mostly for people who are not in the room right now, though I do see some phones coming out, so maybe I'm just.
And that's how you get access to the Discord also.
Check in if you have. It's the QR code on the table here, and if you're online, you can through the link online.
Can we get this added to the website so people who want to join staff can join staff?
It's on there.
It is? Okay. I could not find it for the life of me.
Is it on like the same page as the leadership application?
Yes, and it's on the planning page.
Every year.
There's lots of shows. Will be a Sunday. We keep alternating them. Limit this one. We've not. Sunday, August 31st at 1 p.m. Saturday, 2. Sundays typically at 1. Just trying to hopefully make it the most available to the most people. Library, there's the address. I think there's. They didn't have a fancy name for the room, so similar to the library we're in right now, I think. The meeting room is, yeah, so from there. And as usual, this is how to reach all of us. I do not know what happened to the font here. Anyway, chair team at animatedtour.com, and each of our individual emails. Anything else before we call it a public meeting and then start the meeting after? Anything with that?
Just a lot of complaints about the microphone, which has been noted.
I did an experiment. It didn't work. We'll go back to the old way.
Okay. So yeah, apologies for the microphone. I will say a little bit more about that. We have been sort of experimenting with our video production department and just other people who help out with that, with how we present these meetings. We are trying really hard to come up with ways to present these meetings, to give you this information in the best possible way. So I do appreciate you hanging with us while we experiment with things. Last month was not a voluntary experiment. That was a last minute, how do we get this thing on the internet? But today is an experiment on can we do this better? So we're going to keep trying to do it better and hopefully get it down fairly fast. Thank you all for your patience. And with that, I think we can end the meeting.
For a fact, while we wait for the tree.
Freeze for the freeze frame.